and today I'm going to be talking about how depression affects millions of people around the world and why traditional treatments don't always reach everyone who needs them. In this presentation, I'll share how modern science-based solutions, including exercise, nutrition, and digital therapy, are transforming how we approach mental health in the 21st century. Let's begin by understanding what depression really is. Before we talk about the new treatments, let's start with what depression means and how widespread it really is. Depression is more than just a sadness. It affects how people think, feel, and live their daily lives. According to the World Health Organization, over 280 million people suffer from depression worldwide. In the US, about 8.3% of adults experience a major depressive episode each year, costing over $1 trillion globally in lost productivity. These numbers show how big the problem is and why we need creative, accessible solutions. So with depression affecting so many people, I wanted to understand what's being done to help, and that's why I chose this topic. Another reason I chose this topic is because depression touches nearly everyone in some sort of way, whether it be personally or through someone we love and care about. It's often misunderstood or stigmatized, but research shows there's hope through new evidence-based methods. I wanted to explore how we can move beyond traditional treatments and give people more practical daily tools to heal. And that brings us to why this topic matters, not just scientifically, but personally and socially as well. Depression affects relationships, work, and overall quality of life. About half of the people with depression, however, never get the treatment for it. These new treatments, such as exercise, better nutrition, and digital therapy, are helping to close that treatment gap. They make care more affordable, personal, and accessible for millions. Let's start by looking at one of the most powerful natural treatments for depression: exercise. Exercise is one of the most effective natural ways to reduce depression. Studies show that it improves mood, boosts energy and confidence, while also lowering stress hormones. Even simple habits like walking or joining a gym class can make a real difference. Of course, mental health isn't just about movement. What we eat plays a huge role in it too. Let's look at how diet can support emotional well-being. What we eat affects both our mood and brain health. The Mediterranean diet, which includes fruits, vegetables, fish, and healthy fats, has been shown to reduce depressive symptoms. Nutrients like omega-3s and antioxidants support brain function and lower inflammation. In short, eating well can improve emotional well-being. Next, let's see how technology is making mental health care more accessible through digital therapy. Digital therapy, such as online CBT programs or mental health apps, gives people access to care anytime, anywhere. Research shows that internet-based CBT is just as effective as traditional in-person therapy. It's especially useful for people who can't afford or find local health care and therapy. However, it's important to choose apps that are backed by science and professional support. Each of these modern methods has strengths, but also a few challenges. Let's look at both sides. The positives are clear. These approaches are effective, accessible, and empower people to take control of their recovery. But challenges include lack of motivation, inconsistent follow-through, and low-quality apps that don't provide real help. Combining professional care with lifestyle changes usually gives the best outcome. For me, my perspective also connects deeply with my Christian faith, which offers its own sense of hope and healing. As a Christian, I believe faith and science can work together in healing. Verses like Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 through 7 remind us to bring our worries to God in prayer and trust in His peace. Taking care of our mental health honors God's creation, our body and mind. Prayer, worship, and community support provide spiritual strength that complements medical care. This perspective also inspires how I approach my own mental and emotional health. Learning about these 21st century solutions has changed how I think about my daily habits. I try to stay active, eat balanced meals, and use mindfulness and faith-based tools for peace. It's also made me more open to discussing mental health and encouraging others to seek help. In short, depression remains one of the biggest health challenges today. but we now have more options than we ever have. Exercise, diet, and digital therapy give people accessible, research-backed tools for healing. When combined with faith, community, and compassion, these methods offer real hope for the future. Finally, I'd like to acknowledge the research sources that helped me shape this presentation. These sources include organizations like WHO, NIMH, and APA, as well as recent studies from journals such as the BMJ, Nutrients, and JMIR Mental Health. Together, they highlight how evidence-based solutions can make a lasting difference in people's lives.